We're live here at IWLEX 2024 and I'm here with Hayley at the Business of Mindfulness stand. Hayley, tell us a little bit more about your company and what you're doing here at the show.
Well, the company really is to help employers help their employees with their mental health, their well-being, and we don't just try and push traditional well-being initiatives. So we don't go in and say book yoga, and we try and get to kind of organisational health and the culture of the business and try and change it from a profits over people, switch it round, so people over profits. And we're basically trying to get the message across. If you look after your people, you are going to increase your profits, and it's just the right thing to do to start looking after people and improving their work-life balance.
So it sounds like you're really trying to get under the skin of the businesses that you're involved with. Yeah. And is this something that's becoming more apparent now, or I'm hoping it's not just a checkbox, like a tick box for companies?
Yeah, we do speak to some companies that you can tell that you're a little bit of a tick box exercise, but most people that we're engaging with now, we're speaking to MDs, senior leaders, directors who are really involved with this, really want to help people, look after their people. So we do get a really good set of engagement from people who aren't just paying lip service to it. You know, they really value their employees and the people who are working for them and want to help them in some way.
And is there something about your company that is unique or differentiates you from other people that are also trying to implement in the mental health space?
Well, myself and the business owner, Chris, we were both directors of an SME, and it was an SME that was successful, and then it wasn't successful and it went into administration. So we know the struggles of trying to look after people whilst you're making money and everything's fine, and then not making money and everything is really not fine, and the stresses that come with that. And you can still look after people. A lot of it is about communication. So when we were going through the tough times, everybody knew what was going on. We were removing the ambiguity of everything. And I think that's what separates us. We are all for companies being successful, productive, and making a profit. And we do think that you can do that and look after people at the same time. One doesn't have to kind of counteract the other. So that's probably the difference.
Would you say there is an entry point for those companies perhaps that want to implement this, want to look after their staff, really care about their staff, but aren't sure how, when, or think they may not have the time to start this?
Yeah, I suppose it's another reason why we exist, because what we like to do is become almost the company's well-being champions, because we've got the time to do it and we can go in quite regularly, get things moving forward, you know, bring new ideas. We're aware that people usually have two hats in the workplace anyway. If you're a manager, you're usually still doing a job, so adding this in is can be difficult. We want to come in and help people to do that and show them that it's not as complicated and overwhelming as it might first come across as well. And yeah, that's essentially what we really want to do for companies, go in and make it as easy as possible to implement strategies and processes that really help people.
And for any workers out there that are wishing that their company would implement something like this, is there an entry point for them or somewhere that they can go to get the support?
Yeah, well, I mean, they can always contact us, and if you put down that you want it to be an anonymous tip and we get in touch with, it is actually quite difficult for employees to raise things like this. My advice would be keep speaking to your manager, keep speaking to MDs, directors if you've got access to them, but keep raising it, keep asking for what's right and what you want, and eventually I think somebody will listen. And then if not, it's potentially not the environment that you should be in, and you know, that's another element of the well-being. Look after yourself. If you're not being listened to, then take action about it and go somewhere that you are being listened to.
And Hayley, last of all, why do you feel it's important for you to be present here at a show like IWLEX?
I think nobody expected us to be here. I think we're the only well-being stand, and it's important, I think, to even go into industries where you wouldn't naturally put well-being together with this type of industry. Still human beings here, still people who've got lives outside of warehouses or, you know, the lighting companies that they work for. Still people who will struggle, they've got families, they've got pressure, everybody's important, they all need listening to, and it's just really important that we kind of show up everywhere.
Well, we're so glad that you're here at the show, and I know it's very important for IWLEX to include such an important topic within the show, so thank you so much for joining us.